See, I don't know what happened, but LaCroix says I'm not supposed to let you up under any circumstances. He says I should escort you out of the building, so I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave.
And what if I were to say no?
Ah, come on now, just leave, okay? I don't want to have to use force, but I am authorized to do so. Please don't make me do this, Chief.
I'm going up. You can try and stop me, or you can leave.
If you won't go, then I've got no choice.
Yes, you choose to die. Yeah, he can't hurt me. Anyway, 23. He's not important. We'll just ignore him. Dodge. 20. Yep. It costs 12. That's maximum dodge. Stamina is soak or bashing. Also 12. I can't afford both. What else does... Hit harder, move faster, and soak damage. Oh, that's the physical attributes. Prevents damage from bullets, police batons, and baseball bats. And increases soak bashing. There's a decent chance that the attack type that I'll encounter won't be that. So maybe some stamina won't be as helpful as dodge. Yeah, avoid taking damage in all forms of combat. As far as I'm aware, dodge is not a skill you use in this game. It just is a passive, I think. Otherwise, I'm misusing it or something. Which would be unfortunate, but yeah. These are skills. We're past skills. We're in the fighting part of this game, so these won't come up except for... Well, melee would. Security and stealth wouldn't, I mean. Fuck it, another point to intimidate. That's always fun. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he can't hurt me. He straight up can't hurt me. He's utterly inconsequential to this story. Hi there, buddy. Oh, hey, more of them. Oh, do I have to fight my way up now? Because normally I just take the elevator. Whoa. Oh, I accidentally opened the interface because F5 got pressed on accident. Hey, elevator. How you guys doing? Hey, buddy. I could use a refill. There you go. Who gets to be next?
Hey, stop right there. Hey, hold it.
They all stood by as I ate the other guy. Didn't even try to stop me. Oh, okay, now you're shooting the guy. Don't shoot the guy. That's really counterproductive to saving him.
Hey, stop right.
They're just watching again. Oh, hey, the elevator's here. See you guys later, bye! Nice meeting you. Oh. The fortitude really reinforces the idea that you're playing a ridiculous supernatural character when you just can't get hurt. I should turn this off, it's ticking down. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think I would just make it. Lockpicking of 10, huh? Yeah, it's a bit up there. I never quite got that high. See, we're on a new floor, so let's save. Never know when you get an instant death trap. We're in the middle of this Hollywood hotel. I step on a floor panel and a giant sword comes out of the wall. It instantly kills me. We're in stealth mode. No, you're not supposed to see me. Stop it. Stop it. Damn it, they're all coming now. You goofed it up for me. You goofed it all up. Now I gotta go turn fortitude on. Alright, well, that was worth a shot. We've largely abandoned this game's brand of stealth. It's kind of agony. Anyway, I don't need it anymore. Because y'all don't really threaten me. Oh, you're here. Hi. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Rude. Just let me... Get out of the way. He's fine. It's gonna not open after going all the way up here. Oh, I can do that. Oh, it costs so much blood. I'm gonna have to rip that out of somebody. Hello. Getting into this room costs blood, so... Hey. Stop it. Stop it. Ouchies. You're inflicting bullet ouchies on me. Stop it. It hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. Alright. Come back here. Alright, he's dead. You're next, buddy. Hey! Ragdoll achieved. Wait, wasn't there two more of you? Where'd they go? Did you guys just run away? Are you running from me? Don't shoot my food. I'm fighting all of you just so I can eat this one guy. Don't shoot him. Come here. Come here. Come here. I hate you. Just get eaten, damn it. You're making this so hard for me. Stop killing him. I need to eat him. No. Wow, wow. Human punches are way better for combat than wolf punches. It's just wolf mode is way cooler and also does like 50 damage instead of like 20. But the human punches just, they can combo, which is like the point of doing more than one attack, as it turns out. Well, that was fun. They called in a whole SWAT team. They couldn't do anything to me. And these are being ordered to attack me by a vampire. The implication is that these guys normally work against vampires. So I'm some kind of overpowered bullshit. Damn it! Right back to where we were a moment ago, and that I have to use blood buff to get into the room. Blood buff is expansive. Hey guys. Ow. Ah. There it is. Can you guys stop wearing neck protection so I can just directly eat you? Oh, damn it. I didn't mean to do that. And I'm just back where I was. Where am I going? What a bizarre looking door. Is there even a place to go up here? Are you a dead end? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I'm going scurrying up the creepy pipe. Wow, they're shooting me through the pipe. That pipe does not have a hitbox. Not that it matters, because they can't hurt me. Hey, everybody. I'm in this building now. Reminding me a little bit of playing Enter the Matrix. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of Enter the Matrix a bit. Climbing a half-constructed tower while a bunch of agents come after you. This is eating into my blood supply. Come on. Really unfortunate that as far as I'm aware you can't eat SWAT members. I think I've tried before. You have a neck exposed! Oh, thank goodness. This is terrible news for you. You didn't get the memo? You're supposed to wear Kevlar everywhere, specifically there. Oh well. You guys will go over it over your next meeting when they're also planning your funeral. There it goes. You remember kids, you lose a humanity point if you fully drain a human unless they have a gun, in which case you're in a designated combat zone and morals don't matter anymore.
I anticipated you'd make it this far.
How did you see
me? I
me?
had no doubts about your capability. But I am not so easily betrayed. Did you ever think about what it takes to live as long as I have? To come this far? Consider that lack of judgment in your last few seconds.
Oh, you're LaCroix. I couldn't recognize you through all the blue and the costume change. Consider this. You're going to die tonight.
Tick, tick, tick. A bientôt, kindred.
Help!
He called for help immediately. It's not the most encouraging thing. Oh, he's a dominated guard. That's why I couldn't recognize him. Oh, he's covered in bombs. That's not good. Go away. Oh, am I not supposed to leave? Or... I feel like I should leave because this place is gonna blow up. Guys, you're all gonna die. Do you know that about what's gonna happen right? This fucking door. Oh, why do doors work this way? Door. Oh, did I turn off fortitude? Whoopsie. Excuse me. These hitboxes. Come on. Stop moving to the next position that blocks me. You asshole. Bye-bye. I'm about to die. Do you know any edible people around here? Oh, I'm back up here now. Where am I trying to go? Actually, yeah, I don't know where I'm going. Buddy. Yay! Oh, I was feeling famished. Stop shooting. You. Stop shooting him. You're supposed to be on the same team. There we go. All these able-bodied soldiers are so full of blood. The game tells you want to eat the healthy people. Well, these are pretty healthy people. Hey there. Wow. I didn't realize how much I missed having every single attack connect. That's a trip. Alright. Once you're all dead in peace and quiet, I can look around and figure out where to go. I think this is the room I spawned in. My objective is deal with the prince. I'm just hoping that if I kill all of them, the game will proceed forward or something. 'Cause I don't see where to go. Sneaky, sneaky. Bump bump. Bump bump down. Wow. Alright, well the music's over. That means the fight's over, so I guess I'll plop another save here as we now explore these 2 floors until I can figure out how to leave. There's a ladder. You can climb ladders. I don't see anything above the ladder though. Yeah. And that guy wasn't LaCroix because he was a dominated guard. And because I did the smart thing of running away from an explosive, I don't actually know where he died, so I don't know if he had anything important on him. Doors. It's a gun on the floor. It's not even a guy. Okay. And there's the pipe, which is how I got up here. So I don't think I'm supposed to go back down it. That'd be weird. All I did was fight a guy. Like, that was hard to spot. The fact that I had to go up a pipe in the first place to get up here. So maybe it's also a weird, obscure thing again. Like how I needed to move a barrel in that one basement in order to play forward. Is there a destructible location? Ooh. Climb up. There's a floor up there. I'm foiled by ladders. I can't pick up a ladder and move it around. I feel like that's where I'm supposed to go, because I don't see anything else. There's an obvious hole in the ceiling, but I don't think I can jump that high. I pressed it down and it went up. There's a working elevator. Okay. Why wouldn't there be? So I guess I was supposed to notice this instead of running around and fighting everybody. Hey! Ow. Don't worry, I'll save you for last, Mr. No Neck Protection. Alright. This'll speed things up a bit. Will it though? Hey guys, you forgot a vital thing. Let's see if it occurs to you right about now. Just a certain thing that might have been helpful in this scenario. Did you figure it out? Did he figure out the subtle clue? Ow. You can't escape me. Hey. I'm not done yet. There you go. Can I just leave the other guy alive here in case I need more? You can go up more? You can't go up more. Oh, another elevator. Oh, it's really nice in here for some reason. Even though this place looks like a mess. I actually meant to undo that. I meant to do no forms. There we go. Good time for a quick save as we transition. Alright, LaCroix. Your power is as strong as your drink is flavorful. Oh. Oh my god, the thin bloods are like the LaCroix of vampires. They're diluted. Where am I being shot from? Oh, there they are. Okay. I see how it's gonna be. Hey! You get the special treatment, buddy. Alright. Oh, that's not LaCroix. That's just the guy that looks a lot like LaCroix. I think you can play as that guy. I think he's a generic vampire dude. Alright, whoa, look at you go. You just got anime slapped. Wow, all these vampires really look alike. I mean, people joke about how, like, goth kids don't have much originality because they separate from society by all dressing exactly the same, but dear lord, guys. There it goes. So, where is LaCroix? There's so many empty rooms with nothing in them. They're just square rooms with some windows, not even furniture. I guess this area is supposed to be being built though, right? Because the other floors looked all empty and stuff. Hey! Ah, you're like a health kit in human form. It's really unfortunate that they were for them that they put you in the squad. You must be ghouls, right? Or you're all, well, they could all be dominated, or they could all be ghouls, unless they're violating the Masquerade by having this many humans know about the Masquerade. Hey there. Alright, well, I can't do that in this form. Nope, can't do that. Hey, buddy. He's right in front of me and I can't hit him. Oh, this combat needed work. It is not ready. The idea of missing attacks when a guy's right in front of me and I'm pointing the reticle at them and I rubbed up against them hitbox wise. Like being that close to them and still not being able to hit them is amazing. I'm just whiffing multiple melee attacks. This might be final. Quick save. I take it our time has come. We're not gonna be, you're not the talking type, are you, Mr. Sheriff? He's got a giant anime sword! Oh my god! Look at him! Look at it! Oh my god! Look at his giant anime sword! Oh, it's got holes in it! Because of course it does! Because anime! It's gotta have big old holes in it. That's what makes it cool. Anyway. Oh, he gets worse. Damn. The Chiropteran Behemoth. Oh. Oh, look at the little guys. Oh crap, I'm out of form. Ooh. The little bad versions of me. I'm gonna win this. I wouldn't mind having that form though, that's neat. Please don't die, I need to eat you. There we go. Yummy, yummy. And quick save. I feel like a phase change is a decent time to quick save. Just to keep this thing moving forward. Hey, where... you hit me with a taxi. Oh no, a taxi driver. He's dead. I'm a little worried. Do I have to be a ranged character right now? Am I gonna be in... Oh no! Am I gonna be in trouble being a melee character right now? Because it seems like I'm gonna be in trouble. So, oh, that was a random... The music turns off because he leaves. Oh, man. I might be in trouble. Okay, you throwing taxis at me, I understand. You throwing people at me, I'm confused by. What do you... Are you expecting that to be like a... Like it's gonna get me? That door doesn't work. Hi there. How you doing? That hurt, by the way, wherever you are. Ah! Yay, a human! Where is he? Is he swinging at me? Gah! Gah! Hey there. Did he give you... Was he nice enough to give you to me? Like a gift? No, don't take him from me! No, I needed him! No, he's gonna be dead now! I need him alive! Damn it. Alright. Nope. I don't think you're supposed to climb the tower and come get him. Shit. Ugh! Don't do that! Where are you guys... Does he have like an army of you guys and you're coming in single file to be polite? Or is he like birthing you in real time? Because these are some short lifespans. There you are. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yay. It's one of you guys. So yeah, I think you're required to shoot him. In particular because these guys are showing up, which in addition to being blood bags, are also gun bags. Alright. So it's gun time. Use. I got a flaming crossbow. Or I can't use it, maybe. Oh, it worked the second time. I gotcha. What was that animation? What was that interaction thing I saw on the screen? Alright, well... there we go. Bye-bye. Oh, he's alive. He's running away. Ah. I didn't know they could run away. Like their AI would do that. Alright. Buddy, where you at? There you are. Gonna be a little hard to lead that shot. Hey buddy. Where's he at? What? It's like I can't see anything. Oh, there he is. Wait, are you shooting him for me? Please keep shooting him for me. Oh my god, he is shooting him for me. Yeah, keep doing that. That's weird, right? He keeps showing up on the floor. Is he supposed to get grounded by a flaming arrow for a second so I can hit him? But he's not. No, bring him back. Oh. Yeah. He doesn't do that much damage. I should probably just drink him instead of hoping he'll help me with the shooting. I can't lead these shots. I can't gauge the distance. I have to wait for him to stop or something. This is ass. This is an ass fight. It's such a cool idea, but this is like not. Alright, well. What the fuck is his movement like? Like, what the fuck is happening? The on-screen movement is completely incomprehensible. He doesn't even go in arcs that you could lead shots against because he like glitches out and goes in a completely different direction or disappears or teleports. Like this is a mess. Yeah. Wah. Yeah. Cha. Cha. Yeah. No. Can't melee him. Just straight up can't melee him. Alright. I'm in slow mode right now. Did he just do it again? I just want to eat that man. Just let me eat that man. I just want to eat that man, but I'm gonna be in slow mode forever. Alright, let's try your gun out. Do-do-do-do-do. Am I even hitting him? My ammo drop is here, yay! Hello, kind sir. There we go. You know what? I'll let you live. Maybe you'll shoot him more too and help me out. Oh wait, when you take him away from me... Shit. Oh no, I do have to kill him. Even if I have enough blood, because I don't think I get the gun. Like, I'm out of ammo. Fight me, you loser! You tedious motherfucker. This slow... I hate this. This fucking debuff that these last two bosses have where I just move at an agonizing speed for like 30 seconds. Who thought that was fun? What an interesting twist. I can move this fast now. Wow. That changes everything in this fight where he's not even here, so it's not like he's coming after me. Meanwhile, where are these soldiers coming from that are shooting him? Do we think about that? Like, why are those soldiers shooting him? Aren't they dominated by him or working for LaCroix and know about this? Like, they're straight up shooting my enemy. Aren't they here to stop me? But they're helping me. Alright. I gotta go drink somebody, but only if I ever get my normal speed back. Oh, cool. I'm out of crossbow bolts. Well, you're here just in the nick of the time, buddy. I've always liked that little riff. I think it's like a weird muted guitar string trick or something, but I don't really know guitar very well. But I always like that riff. Alright. I have 16 bullets. Let's use them very carefully. That did 1 damage. So this is hit scan. The crossbow bolt has a travel time, but this is a hit scan gun. Clearly. I can just point straight at him no matter what his distance is and it'll hit him. Alright, I'm all out of ammo, so I guess we're back to waiting. Where are you going, buddy? What? He just teleports, come on! It looks really silly. Hey, did he have a gun? Please? Buddy! You're here just in time. Please don't get dragged away. There we go. Ammo for my gun. Which I've learned to be careful with. Step 1. What? Wait, what? Hang on. I finally... That icon that keeps showing up on the bottom of the screen, I finally saw it long enough to see what it's trying to say. It's this. That's what I kept seeing on the bottom of the screen. What do I do with it, though? Am I just switching it on and that's it? Okay. Stop it. Oh, that's what's supposed to be happening. I'm in slow motion mode though, so I can't get to him. Oh. Got him. God damn it. Why does that even work? It's not light. Like, we tested light on me and it didn't work in the previous level, but it works on him. He flies into a static bright light that was sitting there the whole time, and he's like, oh, I'm completely disabled. How can I handle this? Ugh. That makes him such a loser. Like, I didn't even shine it in his eyes. He flew into the light and then was like, I can't see. Alright, fuck it, we're past it. Shit. I thought the reason they were giving me so many blood sack people with guns was because you had to use the guns. I still can't understand what was happening with the icon. Because that searchlight icon was showing up on my screen all over the place as I walked around. But not when I was at the searchlight. It was showing up when I was in random parts of the room. I don't know why that was... I don't know. I'm past it.
Like sire, like child. I should have killed you that night. How could someone as low as you injure me? Huh. You think you've taken everything away. But I still have my sarcophagus.
But you need this to open it.
You've done all the work for me once again. So much to learn. I thought I had lost it all, but no. Here you've sailed on a Gehenna wind, bearing my salvation. The key to my future.
Shut your goddamn mouth, you long-winded Eurotrash prick. It's go time.
Give me the key.
Fuck you.
I said, give me the key.
Get this.
It can't end like this. Don't you see the Kuei-Jin will kill us all? I can't lose. I will open the sarcophagus. I'll build an empire. It won't end here.
I've seen the dancing wolf once. I want to see it again. That's a bizarre line. Think I'll go take my key and see what's inside my sarcophagus.
No! I'm begging you! No!
Why have we still not killed him?
No! It's mine! It's my right! Stop! No! It's mine! It's my right! Stop!
Now ain't that a beautiful thing? Hey, mess around, buddy, I'm talking to you. You don't really talk much, do you? Hey, it happened just like you said. They never even knew what hit them. Threw that sarcophagus out there and they just tore each other up trying to get to it. Too bad about the kid. Ah, well, you can't call them all.
Remember, wherever we go, it is the blood of Cain which makes our fate. Farewell, vampire.
Well. After all that can kill me? Part of me can't help but feel like if he was that easy to take out, they probably would have taken him out by now. I don't know. Huh. Well, that's basically the most abrupt way to end the game, isn't it? I'll have to check out the other endings just to see if we can see more. Good camera angle for the final scene. I guess there's no LaCroix fight. He's so lame that he doesn't even actually fight you. You just fight his cool, like, werebat monster man. Which is both of the last two boss fights were neat in concept. It's just execution was so awkward and but I don't know what I expected really, because like the combat is so unfortunate in this game. It's just not a strong suit even a little bit. Like it's I would even maybe argue it some of the combat being like a step down from Pathologic, where at least there was like a control to it, but that was pretty iffy too. I don't know. It's it hasn't aged well, but I don't think that the combat was probably particularly good even when it came out. Like 2004 is when this came out, right? That's the same year I believe that like KOTOR came out and a few other games. Like there's other examples of RPGs coming out at basically the same year in the awkward early 3D era that did better with the combat than this. I haven't played it, but I would guess I would kind of guess that the other vampire game probably actually has better combat, but maybe less of an immersive world, or maybe less of an amusing aesthetic, because clearly the cult audience flocked to this game and not the one that came a few years before it. And so I'm guessing that the first to third person camera and the setting and the characters and so on probably made this one more memorable for people than the other one. The other one looks like it's like a top-down game. I'm not sure. I might get to it at some point. But yeah, this has been fun. As much as it maybe didn't sound like it in the last few episodes. The quality drops significantly. It's already a super uneven, super awkward, middle tier developed game with so much jank and unfinished stuff and so on. But for the first like 3 locations, it's charming. The Chinatown was kind of crap all the way through, and all of the final missions are like cooler in idea than in execution to some extent. And there's such a glitchy mess, and I can't parse how much of that is it being an old game running on a modern stuff and how much of it is it being an old game that was not great at the time either, because everything I hear about this game is that it was massively glitchy and that was rushed out, and there was bugs that made it so that you couldn't even beat certain levels of the game. Like you needed either mods. From what I've heard, you either needed mods or like console commands in order to even beat the game, because like one of the mandatory dungeons would crash the game every time you beat it or something like that. So like you had to use tricks to force the game to be beatable, because it's just always been a mess. So hopefully when they make the sequel, which, considering its release date, a significant percentage of it's already made at this point, hopefully that game is more polished and complete, and they get to finish their project in its entirety and realize their dreams and so on, because this one's just a mess. But it's fun to see that though. Like this is kind of my jam, like janky third-person RPGs with all their weird mix of like interesting ideas and falling flat on their face is like exactly the kind of shit that I like to play long term. It's so much more consistently entertaining than a boring game. I'd obviously prefer like an absolutely fantastic, polished, ultra hit, mega perfect game if it was possible, but RPGs in general are such a hard idea. Like the idea of role-playing in general is so counter to the basics of how video game design work. Like the idea of giving player freedom and everything is actually incredibly hard to do, and the entire genre is essentially like, it's like shooting yourself in the foot to even try to make this kind of game. And that's why the genre as a whole is just such a mess, even though it's like my favorite thing. And there's not really ways around that necessarily, besides just infinite development time and ambition and having all the best people in the industry, and just a lot of ideas that kind of run counter to how making money in the industry even works in the first place. It's the most complex genre basically, and it often paradoxically has lower budget things, because especially nowadays, AAA developers are just straight up not willing to make RPGs for the most part. There's actually not a lot of examples. of the genre. Like whenever they come out, it's actually a surprise, and the few people that were getting away with making them are seemingly not going to be anymore, except for CD Projekt Red, of course, which are completely self-controlled-ish or something. So they made Witcher 3, and they're going to be making this Cyberpunk game, and hopefully that's real cool, because Square Enix was in control of the Deus Ex franchise, and that might be dead already due to how the last games went. And EA, who controls BioWare these days, is apparently unwilling to let them just make the kind of game that's the reason that they're famous for in the first place, and wants them to instead make live services. So Anthem was a shit show, and the Dragon Age 4, there's vague news that threatens the idea that it might also be a live service instead of a proper Dragon Age sequel, which is so we're seeing the probably the downfall of BioWare. Between Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, we've seen Bethesda depart further and further from the idea of even making their games actually RPGs in the first place. They're more like open world questing games where you just kind of kill a bunch of time, but not so much actually roleplay. And despite their patented jank, they're basically the most polished examples of the genre to some extent because of how iffy the entire genre is in production value. So that pretty much leaves like the entire AA industry. It pretty much leaves people like Spiders and Cyanide and the developers of this game, White Wolf, right? And then the Ice Pick Lodge, developers of Pathologic, the developers of Elex they made Elex and Risen and the one before Risen, Gothic. There we go. And these are all firmly the not middleware, AA quality, like janky, but hey, they're trying level. And so that tier is stuff that's going to always be not. In its history, those are always games that are like not fully realized in what they try to be, but they set their sight on some sort of cool idea. So it's always going to be these shoot for the moon scenarios where you see them crash land and that's the product we get. But it's still usually better than the stuff being put out by developers controlled by publishers that refuse to let them make proper RPGs at all anymore. But there is like a distressing background detail of like how we're just kind of biding our time, waiting for the next CD Projekt Red game. If you're the kind of person that likes 3D RPGs, if you like CRPGs, you're actually better off. I want to say that like 2 or 3 pretty good-looking CRPGs come out every year. It's probably because they're partly easier to make. So like these the type of developer that can make that kind of stuff does better in that concept. Let Your Bitch. Look at the name of that song. But the kind of person that makes that, like, that's where Obsidian is, for example, with their Pillars of Eternity and Tyranny. Although Tyranny, I have my own mixed feelings on, and I haven't played enough of Pillars yet to know overall. But we'll see. I'll still keep an eye on this genre in the long term, and in the long waits before promising new games, we'll just play old games like I have been doing lately when I went back to play Pathologic, which, speaking of which, the first campaign of Pathologic 2 is coming out soon, so might need to bide my time with another short-ish game while we wait for that to come out. I figure we'll probably... I'm having... Part of me was worried that I would forget stuff between the campaigns of Pathologic, the 3 campaigns of Pathologic 1, but now that Pathologic 2 is coming out as 3 separate campaigns, and also now that I have experienced the feeling of doing the marathon run that is playing all 3 campaigns of Pathologic 1 back to back, I think I actually prefer the idea that the campaigns of Pathologic 2 are coming out separated by months or years as they develop them, because that's a hell of a marathon to play 3 campaigns in a row. So I'll probably play that. That's coming up. I'm curious about it. And the last couple of games I've played have been enough of a kind of palate cleanser that I can be kind of ready for more pathologic, I suppose. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. We're gonna watch you die again. And I have the key, motherfucker. You do all the work for me. What are you so happy about? Never.
I said...
Don't waste your time oh, sit down, LaCroix. It's the same thing. I thought I could, like, reverse dominate him, which would be kind of fun.
It can't...
I've seen the dancing wolf once, I want to see it again. Ow, my ears. Shit. My god. It's the completely baffling dancing animation of this game crossed with the giant wolf model. We're just so not prepared for this. Alright. Alright, this is what it's come to. So that has to be the Easter egg ending that I unlocked in the motel, right? That line makes no sense, it comes out of nowhere. But when I was in the motel, I got on a weird computer and it was like, I think it straight up said Easter egg in it. So that must have been that. Alright.
Like
Let's stab this guy again, it's fun.
I said...
Your beast challenges me from your throat. I accept its challenge. I'm amused by the setup of the fact that I saw that. I kept seeing that letter opener over and over again, and it's actually used in the ending. You want the key? Fetch. Enjoy, LaCroix. A gift from the Anarchs.
You fool! You had it in your grasp! You had Los Angeles in your hands, and you threw it all away! That's why you're not a leader, why you'll never be anything but an errand boy! I'll build a new world order. Tell your anarchs, their days are numbered. Now, my sacrifice. Who are you?
Now ain't that a beautiful thing? Hey, mess around, buddy, I'm talking to you. You don't really talk much, do you? Hey, it happened just like you said. They never even knew what hit them. Threw that sarcophagus out there and they just tore each other up trying to get to it. And the kid, worked out all right, huh?
Remember, wherever we go, it is the blood of Cain which makes our fate. Farewell, vampire.
I feel like it's kind of a final betrayal, isn't it? So yeah, the endings are all pretty abrupt. But the one person I was like, oh, that guy's got my back, is Jack. but then Jack lets me walk into a suicide bomb situation. It's like the only way to survive that scenario is to beat him up, but then drop the key anyway, and then just leave and let him use the key. Which, maybe I forgot something because a lot happened, but I think the only warning you get not to open the sarcophagus is from the other gangrel, who warns me that something bad will happen in vague terms. But I don't think, even though I sided with the Anarchs and they sent me to take them out, I don't think any of them bothered to say, hey, by the way, we replaced the contents of the sarcophagus with C4, which is gonna blow up. Which, I don't think I like this ending. I don't know. One, the Anarchs betray me just like everybody else, which is just like, God, everyone sucks. Because they send me up with the key, only to blow me up anyway. But also, if they already filled it with C4, then why didn't they just blow it up already? I don't see why. I don't think it needed to be opened in order for the C4 to not take out the prince, if that's what they wanted to go for. So that seemed kind of weirdly pointless. It feels like a weird gotcha ending. It's possible that only Smiling Jack knows about it and everybody else was not along for the ride, which really makes Smiling Jack this weird asshole that like was there from day one, like grooming me to just die in an explosion to take out the prince. So he's awful then, and all that sucks. At one point you can see, on one hand you can see this being like a crazy like power grab thing, and like it's like a failure of the protagonist to decide to go attack, to decide to use the sarcophagus for their own purposes and open it. But the alternative option they give you is to give it to the prince, which you don't really have the information on hand that makes that a good idea. So that's a stupid idea to do. But so then you're left with the option of being like, ha ha ha, it's mine. Because there's no option of just, as far as I can remember from those options, none of them were just kill the prince. And for that matter, if we were there to stop the prince, why did I bring the key in the first place? Why didn't I just have the key anywhere else to keep it away from the prince, since that was the goal? If our goal is to stop the prince from opening the sarcophagus, then why do I have the key with me when I go fight him? Because then if I fail, then they get the key. Like if I fail against the prince, or if I fail against his giant bat boy, then they have the key and then they win, is what as far as I know going in. But finding out that it's a bomb, I could have just dropped off the, if I knew it was a bomb, I could have just dropped off the key and just been like, here you go, and just pretended. I could have this whole gambit where I'm like pretending that I'm working with the prince, or like I'm trying to appease him to call off the blood hunt by giving him the key. Like there's so many other approaches I feel like you could have, but Jack's an asshole and just doesn't tell you, which means he either wanted you to die, or he's just a random chaotic neutral lunatic douchebag, which means that the only likable character stops being a likable character, even though he's trying to be all charming at the end. Like they try to, I think you're supposed to be charmed by this silly ending with like, no, it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up what he did there. There's a lot of ways you can approach the story where I could have just handed the key. I could have given the key to the fat guy at the front door, and he could have given it to the prince, and then the prince could have blown up when he finally opened it, since apparently that's all we had to do to win was have him open the sarcophagus, and we could have skipped the entire ending. But the entire story is like mostly devoid of choices. Like the main story is often really on rails. You usually just fight your way through a dungeon and do the objective that you were told to do. And in situations like the blood hunt on Rodriguez, you don't get the choice of whether or not you're going to give him the information. Like you have to rat on him so that you can fall into the master-minded clutches of that guy that was that. She shapeshifted into him. You got tricked, loser. We got you. And I'm like, I didn't rat him out on purpose. The game made me. So it's like I don't feel like it was like, oh, you got me. I don't know. I've got a bunch of little gripes here and there. But it's fun to run around as a weird vampire and do random quests in that world and so on. So thumbs up for me. It's just harder to talk about the goods than the bads to some extent, but it's just the vague, I'm running around in a Western RPG being a vampire boy is just charming enough on its own. And I do find it appealing that the game has a whole bunch of paths. You can play stealth guy, you can play punchy claw vampire werewolf man, you can be somebody who sleeps their way to the top, or like has a ton of dialogue choices and so on. Although from what I've heard, that character build falls apart the moment you get to this last chapter of stuff I went through, where it's just all combat missions regardless. You can't really talk your way through any of that stuff, which is a bummer, because one of the appeals of playing a tabletop RPG is often the fact that you can build wildly different characters that completely solve their problems in different ways. But they ultimately fell victim to the fact that they made a video game, and video games end with big fights, generally speaking, which is a problem if you make a character that's not about doing big fights. The same complaint people had about Deus Ex Human Revolution with the giant stealth. It's this big stealth action game, and then they're like, here's a mandatory boss fight where you can't use any stealth. And then the director's cut added in alternate solutions to each boss fight to try to fix the fact that otherwise it was just a gun battle in the middle of a game, where that wasn't how you were playing the game. And if you're doing a non-lethal run, I think you had to kill every single one of those bosses and just kind of pretend they didn't count for some reason, because they were all farmed out to a different source in the first place. That whole thing. And then, of course, there's the really divergent thing, which is you can play as a Malkavian, which is the people that are crazy, and they just have bizarre interactions. And then you can play as the Nosferatu, which can't be seen in public because they look like Nosferatu. And it's an instant violation of the Masquerade when you get seen around. So there's a bunch of different stuff. Like that part is really that part's really ambitious, and that might even speak to why some other parts of the game didn't get finished, was because there was such a breadth to the scale of the content along the way. Like you needed there was like, while you're trying to go forward vertically through the development of the campaign, there's so much horizontal breadth of how many options and side paths and different builds. So in a way, the biggest choice you make in this game is what character you play in the first place, like what character build you make, because the main missions themselves seem to just be on rails, but you can experience the game differently by making a different character, which weirdly is kind of symbolized by the characters themselves. Like you can't pick skills that are outside of your clan, for example, and you can't even customize your appearance. You just get a pre-made character. But the moment you pick a particular clan, like here's what you look like, and here's your special rules, and here's your 3 special skills, and here's your custom way of playing through the game. So they went really far towards realizing the variety you can have by having that many different character types, but as a result, you kind of just do the run, essentially. Like, this is my Gangrel run, this is my Bruja run, and so on. And I think that's kind of the overall feel the game has. But I can only... Disclaimer, like, I can only guess at a lot of this because this is my first playthrough. And I'm piecing together stuff from what other people have said and my experience with the game and so on. And because it's the kind of game where choices that you don't have the skills for are basically invisible, I can't even know how many options I was passing by along the way for certain quests or so on. But even then, I don't think there was a ton of choices. It was more that you had ways of doing each level, more so than different story paths, aside from the fact that you could choose to decide within the final encounter when you're in the when you get in the taxi. A lot of the stuff before them was pretty linear. I'm surprised the woman that survived Act 1 never came back. You have the choice of like, which one of these 2 people's gonna live, and they actually never get reincorporated. Or maybe they get reincorporated in a different branch of the story. Or maybe they never come up again. I don't know. Weirdly, the crappiest chapter, which is Chinatown, is the only one whose leader comes back in the ending out of the 3 of them. Or the 4 of them? 3 of them. Downtown's like a weird exception because it's the two lead factions of the game being introduced. So that's a little weird to include. I don't know. I'm just podcasting at this point. This has been Vampire the Masquerade-Bloodlines. Will I ever do another run of it? Maybe. If the playthroughs are different enough, I might get around to it at some point, and it could be interesting. I don't know when. But people watch this, which is unusual, despite the fact that this is a channel kind of from day one built around doing RPGs. A lot of the RPGs actually don't get that much viewership. Partly because they're super long, and partly because they're kind of padded and tedious as a genre sometimes. But I think this particular game, with its themes and its nonsense and its some of its entertainment value and also some of its jank, I think kept people around in a way that they don't stick around a lot of the time. So I don't know, might be a while. I might play the other Vampire game first. I might even play the sequel first, or I don't, it just depends on how the time goes. Every RPG I play takes like 2 to 7 months to get through, so like it's tough choices. The calendar gets eaten up real fast by every choice I make. But thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.